Hello everyone, and welcome to my Young and Restless official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. As Aristotle Dumas dials Billy Abbott's phone, Phyllis Summers will weep in Nick Newman's arms, according to the Young and the Restless recap for Monday, March 24th. Before Nick and Summer Newman arrive at her door, Phyllis will have a bad dream about the drama of confinement in her suite. Summer and Nick will insist on standing by Phyllis despite her persistent attempts to send them away. When Phyllis loses her temper over her questions about kidnapping, she will sob in Nick's arms and keep pleading with him to stop. Phyllis will soon calm down and apologize for blubbering, even though her mind will be racing from everything she's gone through. Phyllis won't know what to do with her animosity for Sharon Newman now that it has persisted for so long. Phyllis will find it difficult to let go of everything, but Nick will say that perhaps she can see this as a start in the right direction. Nick will text Sharon to reschedule their meeting at Crimson Lights after he predicts a suggestion that might be helpful. Daniel Romalotti Jr. will discuss Sharon's experience of being kidnapped at Society and ask her if she is truly prepared to put her prior animosity toward Phyllis behind her. Sharon will appear hopeful and make the suggestion that perhaps this could be the beginning of mending with Daniel as well, even though she won't know if the calm will stay. When Sharon returns to the cafe after seeing Nick's text, she will see him there with Summer and Phyllis. Nick will agree to try to talk things out because he believes it's crucial for Sharon and Phyllis to talk about what happened and what's happening now. He'll meet up with Tessa Porter at Society after returning with Daniel. Tessa will consider the experience she had when Mariah Copeland was abducted and pregnant in order to comprehend Daniel's latest sense of helplessness. Daniel will offer to speak with Mariah since she has been feeling guilty about what Ian Ward did to Heather Stevens. Daniel will thank Tessa for always helping him feel less alone when she hears his problems and offers some of her typical advice. Victor Newman will discuss his past with Aristotle Dumas with Michael Baldwin at the GCAC because they were once competitors for the same companies. Victor thought the struggle was exciting since he would sometimes win and occasionally Aristotle would win. Victor would acknowledge that Aristotle never fell for the ruse after reflecting on his attempt to entice him out when he would vanish. Victor will be worried about why Aristotle would be making a comeback at this time, even though Michael's study will demonstrate that Aristotle has no interest in Winters. As he has done in the past, Aristotle's approach is to strike and then disappear. Victor will say that Devin and Lily Winters can assist him in pursuing Aristotle in Monday's YNR episode. Sally Spectra hurried off to allow him to meet with Phyllis in private, so he'll make sure everything is okay with her at Billy's apartment. Sally will maintain that everything is okay, but she will appear worried that Phyllis will feel obligated to Billy for saving her life. Billy will reassure Sally, but he will confess that he is a little concerned about Phyllis's health following her ordeal of kidnapping. Sally will read off the name and inform Billy that Aristotle Dumas has been phoning him once she discovers that someone has been blowing up Billy's phone. According to previews for The Young and the Restless, Billy and Aristotle's relationship may result in unsettling news, so we'll keep you updated on the mayhem. When Summer got at the athletic club for her date a bit late and did not see Chance waiting for her right away, she seemed nervous. Chance came in and said he was sorry for being late. Chance may obtain a first date badge by stealing her coat, Summer hinted. Chance said, admiring the beautiful cocktail outfit Summer had traded in for office wear, "You changed." Since it was their first official date, Summer clarified, she had taken this action. Summer was led by Chance to a table in a peaceful spot. Full-blown social anxiety, Summer acknowledged, adding that she would feel uncomfortable with Kyle, Abby, or even Phyllis. When Chance discovered that Phyllis had taken on the role of matchmaker by recommending that Summer and Chance meet, he was enchanted. Chance and Summer talked about being there for one another throughout difficult periods in their lives. Additionally, they revealed humorous situations that neither of them had previously been aware of. When Chance found out that Summer disliked watermelon, he made fun of her. When Summer revealed that she had a severe peanut allergy, Chance was understanding. Chance revealed that every time he ate kiwi fruit, he had rashes. Summer hinted that they shouldn't have a dessert with peanut butter and kiwi dripping. When Summer informed Chance that she liked his cheerful side, her eyes brightened. Chance said that he had occasionally been criticized for not paying attention to his significant others, but Summer was impressed when he recalled a detail about her life that she had mentioned long ago. When Chance grinned and assured Summer that he would remember all she told him, Summer was enchanted. Chance remembered Summer's Grand Theft Auto adventure from a long time ago. When Summer started laughing, she spat out her coffee. Summer questioned Chance about his history of disobedience. In response, Chance said, "Straight as an arrow all the way through." Referring to the regrettable vehicle accident, Summer said she had fallen for the wrong man and experienced heartbreak a few times subsequently. Summer acknowledged that she used to think Kyle was the one she was meant to be with. Chance compared his breakup with Abby to Summer's heartbreak. "It's lifted for me lately," Summer added. "I feel lighter. More optimistic." With a lift of his coffee cup, Chance said, "Cheers to that." As they shared their life tales and joked, the couple's tensions subsided. In order to clear the air following a recent conversation on Nikki's relapse, Nikki called Audra into her office. Nikki apologized for yelling at Audra. Audra apologized for going too far in disclosing her father's battle with addiction and vowed never to do it again. Nikki clarified that working with Audra would make her uneasy because she worries that her assistant will be watching her closely and waiting for her to make a mistake. Audra vowed to distance herself and act as though she was unaware of Nikki's relapse. Codependency, according to Nikki, was a threat to her healing. Concerned, Audra confided in Nikki that she thought she could be fired soon. Nikki offered Audra a job at the London headquarters of Newman Media. The office wouldn't be open for a year, Audra said. Before the office was operational, Nikki listed several things that needed to be done. "You want me to move to London?" asked Audra. Nikki remembered Audra's time in London when she could demonstrate her worth to the Newman Empire. Audra told Nikki that she did not want to leave Genoa City since she enjoyed it there. In tears, Audra expressed her guilt for disclosing her father's alcoholism out of concern that it would exacerbate her relationship with Nikki. Audra became tearful and pleaded with Nikki to find another solution. Nikki emphasized that Audra ought to view the shift as a chance. "And what if I say no?" Audra said. Nikki stated that she did not see any other choice. Nikki would be making a grave error, Audra said. Audra was cautioned by Nikki not to threaten her. "I'm worried," Audra said. She pointed out that Nikki would put herself through more stress because she had already lost Claire. According to Nikki, Audra's remarks validated her prior claim that Audra treated her differently. Audra remembered that her father had always relapsed due to stress, which was his worst trigger. Audra clarified that Nikki would not be able to achieve her objective of not being reminded of her illness if she was not present in Genoa City. Nikki was asked by Audra to think about the individuals she might harm if she resumed drinking to cope with her worries. In response, Nikki said, "You leave me no choice but to let you go." Audra looked upset and shocked. Nikki promised Audra a glowing recommendation and a sizable severance compensation. Audra was also reminded by Nikki of the non-disclosure agreement she had signed. And Audra said, "Yes. It is unbreakable." Audra told Nikki that working with her had been an honor before leaving. With a genuine expression, Audra expressed her wish that Nikki would recover from her illness. With trembling hands, Nikki took a flask out of her desk drawer after Audra had left and put it back. Instead, Nikki grabbed her phone. Jack called Nikki at Society and left her a message letting her know he was accessible if she needed him. Victor was sitting by himself at the bar when Jack emerged from the alcove. After a little pause, Jack went into the dining room and sat down next to Victor. Jack volunteered to listen if Victor wanted to chat after remarking that Victor seemed to be carrying the weight of the world. Victor reminded Jack of their lack of friendship. Jack introduced himself by showing Victor a picture of Harrison on his phone. Both Jack and Victor regretted that Kyle and Summer's marriage had ended. During a visit at Crimson Lights, Jack revealed that a shaken Nikki had told him about the trauma of the kidnapping. Victor wanted to know why Jack had listened to Nikki with sympathy. Jack reassured Victor by stating that Nikki had not provided many specifics, but he had assumed that the experience had been unpleasant. Victor answered, "Yes. Difficult for all of us." Jack claimed to know that Victoria had taken a leave of absence, but Victor reacted angrily, insisting that both Victoria and Nikki were coping with the situation. Jack expressed his admiration for Victor's ability to provide for his family. Former fight-to-the-death rivals Jack and Victor recalled their earlier sparring days and even enjoyed some light-hearted moments and even giggles. "What do you really want to know?" Victor asked, not letting go of his original question. Jack maintained that he was sincerely worried about Nikki and the Newman family and that he had no ulterior motives. Victor assured Jack that he had nothing to worry about. Jack claimed to have remained friends with Victoria, Nick, and Nikki. Victor tried to stop the conversation. When Nikki called, Jack was signing his bar tab to cover the cost of his and Victor's expensive cocktails. Jack took care to keep the name of his caller a secret. Struggling to keep her cool, Nikki sobbed that she had to speak. Jack consented to go to Nikki's workplace. Victor was informed by Jack that Diane was expecting him. Victor promised to let Nikki know that Jack had inquired about her. After leaving Newman Media, Audra went into society and met Victor. If Nikki was still at the office, Victor inquired Audra. Nikki had talked about sending Audra to London to launch the new office for Newman Media, Audra explained. After the offer was turned down, Audra sobbed because Nikki had dismissed her. According to Victor, "I never heard about those plans.